and pick-up play at the final quarter.
The start of the final term at Cardinia Park. Essendon with the job to do. Trailing by 27 points. Rucks go at it. Madden wins it down. Buick misses it. Off the ground by Watson. Out towards right half forward. The scoring side of the ground. Milikillis, that's Spiro Milikillis, gets back. Bumped off it. Gets the hand pass away from on his knees. Steve Hocking fell over. Pretty tough in there, as you'd expect. And we've got a ball up. Great spirit from Geelong today. Really challenging the league leaders. Stoneham out-rucked by Madden. Buick couldn't do anything with it. Poole smothered off the boot. It flies to Madden, a centering kick. Out comes Salmon. How will it bounce? Spawn, was he pushed in the back? Not according to the umpire. Long soccers it out wide. He's had a very quiet day. Michael Long keeps it in play. What can he do? Weaves some magic. Hard against the boundary line. Superbly done. Gets it to Johnston. Deep in the pocket. David Johnston. It'll require a good kick from here. He's kicking back into the breeze, although he is sheltered by the grandstand. Very important, this one, for the Bombers. Stabs at goal, but it's good. Great start for Essendon. They're 8-11 and Geelong at 12-8. So Michael Long, only 3 kicks and 1 hand pass for the day. Weaving a little magic. Going back on his left foot hard against the boundary unexpectedly. And finding Johnston. And Johnston kicking a good goal. Just the sort of start this final term needed.
Margin back to 21 points. Madden charges through the middle and wins clean possession. Milikillis and Long. Spiro's done a great job on Michael Long. Long goes to ground. Whistle's gone. Free kick to Milikillis. Well, maybe Kevin Sheedy had something to say to Michael Long at 3/4 time. Like Collingham had a word put to him last week by Terry Wheeler. He finished up winning the game, Collingham. Here's Madden off to Watson. High kick. Big pack gathers. Salmon in the middle. Flips out Essendon's way. Buick. Dodging, weaving, great play. His kick won't make it, but he's got a man unmarked right in front of goal. Well, luck's a fortune. Hamilton, a defender, who was murdered earlier on by Gary Ablett and taken off the ground after he conceded 3 goals in the opening 7 minutes. And now Paul Hamilton can bring the margin back to 15 points. Good start in the final term to the Bombers. Well, he aims it way left. It goes further left. Misses everything. That is a shocker.
6 career goals. That tells you why. It's a bad miss. Here's Sterrett, who's played well. In the back pocket. Kicking play to the defensive wing. Stoneham has played very well. Kick towards the wing. Yates. Nicely done. Brown goes down towards half forward. Terry Daniher comes from behind. This is Forsman. Knocked on by Steve Hocking. Spawn out wide. Poole coming back with the flight of it. Thompson, but Poole keeps going. Tracks it towards the boundary. Troy in trouble. Takes them on and beats them, but went out of bounds in the process. So a boundary throw in. Geelong 12-8. Essendon 8-11. A big upset brewing. Can the Bombers get back and stay on top of the table? Thompson towards half forward. Long and Milikillis. Awkward bounce for both of them. Sterrett does nicely over the head of Troy. Werner arrives. Almost beat 2 of them. Gary Hocking had his pocket picked. Watson comes away with it. Long down towards full forward. Salmon will be hard to beat. Well, Werner did superbly back in the middle. Took them on and beat them. Aided and abetted by Watson. And Salmon, given a 1-out contest, is always a big chance. Too strong that time for Wellesby. Paul Salmon. Only about 20 metres out, directly in front. The margin at the present time is 21 points. This to make it 15. Bread and butter stuff. He gets the goal. So Essendon very much alive in this contest and looking dangerous. The Bombers 9-11 and the Cats are 12-8 in this.
Couple of important goals for the Bombers to start this last quarter. Bruns out of the middle. High to half forward. Yates spoiled by Cransberg. Anderson and Poole had a great battle on the wing. Points to Poole. O'Donnell the hand pass to Izard. Up to half forward. Mansfield hands to it. Comes to his opponent long. Hardly had a touch all day. Goes short to Salmon. Well, he should have kicked the goal from there. And Welsby takes the mark. Welsby comes out to Stoneham, who's worked manfully in the ruck against Salmon and Madden.
Long playing with no confidence at all. That had to be a goal.
Barry Stoneham's kick to centre wing. Yates charges at the pack. Down to the front to Gary Hocking. There's time for a bit of a look. Thompson gives the chase. Tony Malachellis buried by Johnston. Brownless got it back to Forsman. Up to Malachellis again. Pulled off it when he didn't have it. No whistle. The crowd going crook. Hamilton comes out with it. Over the top to Watson, who gets a bad bounce. Maybe justice in that bounce.
That had to be a kick, didn't it, to Tony Malachellis? Still a boundary throw in. 12-8, 9-11. Madden forward of the pack. It comes back into the congestion. Couch gets a hand pass. Intercepted by Johnston, though, on the dash. Through centre to Werner. Awkward half volley. Werner keeps it in front. That was holding the man. Again, no free kick. The umpires have put away the whistles. This is Bruns inside the 50 and Yates. Remarkable chain of events. A couple of what seemed to be blatant holding the man decisions, one to either side, totally ignored by both umpires. One to each of them. Here's Yates. Look at the breeze. Stops that ball dead. Brownless gets to it and takes the mark. He ran hard to take that mark. Deep in the pocket. Short to Stoneham. The angle hasn't been set. It comes back to Brownless. Kicking into the face of this breeze. It'll take a very good kick from there. The lead is 15 points. All the time in the world remaining in this game, and Brownless puts it straight out of bounds. Just under 18 minutes remaining. Brownless a quiet day. Well held by Walsh, who's been a star.
And the breeze now definitely favouring Essendon in this last quarter, going left to right. A lot across the ground, but certainly favouring the Bombers. And what a mark that is by Troy, working to the front of the pack. In the game so far, 17 out of 21 goals have been kicked at the right-hand end. So the Bombers, who trail by just 15 points, are right in this. Kick by Troy into the teeth of the breeze from there. It hits the brick wall, comes up well short. Stoneham couldn't take the mark. Goes in to get it at ground level as the train goes past the ground. Bombers come out of it. Bouncing ball centre wing. Steve Hocking punches. Spawn intercepts, but it comes back to Hocking. Looked almost a throw to Brown. Back he goes to Troy. Short pass. Mansfield takes the mark. What a debut he's had. Michael Mansfield from St Joseph's. Up towards centre half forward. Madden at the back takes the mark.
Simon Madden in the true centre half back position. Virtually straight down the middle with a kick. Knocked away there by Neild. Coming through strongly as Hocking. Appear to be taken high, Gary Hocking, and he'll get the free kick forward at the centre line. A goal here would be handy. Mansfield's coming off the ground. He's running off. He seems to be okay. Warm applause for the youngster. And the mark is taken by Stoneham meantime. Rogers comes on. And Stoneham directly in front will kick from on about the 50. And this will need a good kick, but he can kick normally a long way. He's tried very hard today, Barry Stoneham. Evidence of the breeze again. Walsh breaking away. Scrambles a kick out towards the outer side wing. Brum's in the road though for the Cats. Can he control it? Hard against the boundary line. Screws a kick back only as far as Watson. Now a chance for the Bombers. Look at Watson go to Kransberg. Confronted by Hocking. Watson backing up though. Superbly done. On it comes towards Thompson. Thompson on the 50. Indecision. Goes to Buick. Buick 40 metres out. Pulls it back across his body. Hits the post.
Well, Darren Buick, who is the leading goal scorer with 32 this year for Essendon, has kicked 4 behinds today. No goals. Margin 14 points, and we have 15 minutes remaining in the last quarter. Neild kicks in. Good distance with that. All Essendon at the back of the pack. Izard into Buick in the centre square. Edge of the goal square. Salmon with the height. One hand, not enough. At the back. Spawn charged at it, couldn't get boot to ball, and it goes through for a behind. So the Bombers edging closer. The margin 13 points. Certainly time left over 14 and a half minutes.
Salmon may have been a bit stiff there. Sterrett kicks in. Troy had to stretch, lost it. Thompson's got a chance. Werner's on in the square to Werner. Oh, what a terrible mix-up by Geelong. A heartbreaker for the Cats. Essendon get their 10th. Troy stretching, couldn't control it. Hamilton swooping on the loose ball. Thompson to the square, and Werner the goal. So suddenly the margin is just 7 points. So a real test now for the Cats. Something of a rookie defence, and the first crack appearing there. Well, in fairness to the youngsters, they weren't involved. So we're back in the middle. And time now, the enemy of the Cats. Madden and Stoneham. Madden, a big one, worth a kick almost, towards half forward. Troy on the road. Scrambles it back. All Essendon around the ball. O'Donnell goes in short, and Neil Daniher takes the mark. Wants to play on. Almost slipped. This is O'Donnell. He runs to 60 metres from goal. That's a long kick down towards full forward. It clears the players down there and bounces through. Suddenly a point the difference.
4-2 this quarter to the Bombers. Watson out of the middle. The top team starting to assert their superiority. Buick, Werner on his own. Michael Werner coming from the attacking side and might kick his second in a couple of minutes. Taking plenty of time. What a seesawing game it's been. Good looking kick. It sneaks in. 3 goals for Michael Werner.
Great foot pass by Darren Buick. And again, some of those running players, Watson and the like, getting involved now for Essendon. Great pass to Werner. And he kicked truly, albeit it just snuck in. So the margin is 5 points Essendon's way. What an amazing transformation in this game. They trailed by 27 points at three-quarter time, and still with just under 13 minutes to go in the game, they find themselves in front. This is Hamilton. They're playing with great composure now. O'Donnell to Kransberg. Kransberg from centre wing pumps it deep. Wellesby almost the mark. It falls forward. Hamilton couldn't control it. In comes Long to Werner once more. Werner, the centering kick intended for Buick. They're coming at him from all directions. He couldn't hang on. It spills to Salmon. Salmon boldly strides in, but the kick's an up and under. Spiro Malakellus to bring it away. In the back pocket. Sends play towards the outer side wing. Battling out there, Brown. With him is Hamilton. Hamilton forced over the boundary line by Brown, and it will be thrown in.
Bombers by 5 points. Just under 12 minutes remaining in the game. Well, the Cats led by 20 at quarter time. Ablett had 4 to the first break. Watson was up high. O'Donnell's kicked a couple of goals out of defence. Long wrestles off Malachillis and takes the mark.
Marvellous mark.
Michael Long virtually unsighted to three-quarter time. And he has come right into it in this last quarter.
Bad luck to Spiro Malachillis there. He did fall, and Long reaching over the top did well to keep his balance.
Long kicking across the wind from there and a long way out. Whoa, hits the post. Well, the Bombers have been a little bit unlucky. They've hit the post 3 times. But they lead by a straight kick, and it will take a lot of courage for Geelong to get back into it, because the scoring end is certainly at the right-hand end. And so far in this quarter, well, it's 5 goals, 3 to nothing. Geelong haven't scored after a 7-goal third quarter. Here's Couch to the centre of the ground. Yates in front. Kransberger spoiled. Anderson beaten on his wing by Poole. The hand pass over the top. Maybe a free kick to Daniher. He loses it in the tackle eventually. O'Donnell doing well again. Out to Kransberg. Socks down. Goes for goal. Across the face. And through for a behind.
Certainly O'Donnell's having a very good term. Again, doing the hard work there, creating the opportunity for Kransberg, who missed it. The margin 7 points. Essendon doing all the attacking. And Sterrett, some indecision now. Where will he go? Taking a long time, Ray Sterrett. And the umpire having a word to him now. Sterrett kicks in. Poor kick as a result of all of that. Anderson hard against the boundary line. Pulls it back inside the 50. Wellesby takes the mark. Out of defence. Sends play towards centre wing. Stoneham in front. Anderson comes down with it off the hands of Stoneham and will have a bounce. 12-15 to 12-8. Essendon surging back into this game. In real danger at three-quarter time. Not that Geelong still can't win this. Stoneham got it to Rogers, to Spiro Malachillis. Towards half forward with a kick, ill-directed though, and Walsh, who's been a stalwart all day in defence. Takes the defiant chest mark to Kransberg, who'll go again to Watson on the outer side wing. Watson dropped it. As a result, danger for Essendon. Well played by Rogers. Intercepting the hand pass from Watson. Sends it back into the forward line. Brown, the juggled attempt, knocked away by Hamilton. Socket off the ground by Kransberg. Going in solidly out there was Grenvold. He's going to get a free kick, Grenvold, against Ablett.
Ablett, who's kicked 7, but hasn't seen much of the action in this last quarter. Bombers lead by 7 points. David Grenvold weighing up the options. Good distance right to centre wing. Madden punches to the front. Gary Hocking gets the hand pass wide. Runs in the direction of Ablett. At the back, Yates. Oh, he could have and should have taken the mark. Yates comes up with it. Brownless fumbles. He hasn't had a great day, Billy Brownless. Hamilton does well. Shane Hamilton, centering kick, and the mark taken by Johnston in defence. It looks as though the Bombers will shake off the Cats, as their position on the ladder suggests, but it didn't look like it at three-quarter time when Geelong led by 27. Bruns, centering kick, Brownless. 2 marks for the entire day to Bill Brownless, who's been beaten by Kevin Walsh. And this will really test him. Into the breeze, 50 metres out. Won't make it. Ablett from behind, but Daniher beat him to it. Terry Daniher read it better. The 2 number 5s on each other at the moment. Ablett started with Paul Hamilton, who was shifted off after Ablett kicked 3 in 7 minutes. Then had Watson, now has Daniher.
It goes across the ground. Madden was the target. Paul Essendon out there. Watson kicks towards centre wing. Hamilton's in front. Diving mark. Shane Hamilton. The centering kick. Yates goes up, surrounded by Essendon players, and is awarded the mark. A quiet day, Mark Yates. Too far out to score. Going for distance. Ablett is down there and takes the mark on the kickoff line. Again, shrewd use of the body by Ablett, who comes up and has a bit to say to Buick. But the breeze always going to push that ball left to right, and Ablett, favoured by the carry of the ball then, just keeping DANIHER off where the ball would pitch.
This will be Geelong's first goal at this end for the game. Top game here. The Cats beat the Bombers in the round 5 by 8 points. Looking for the double. Couch. Bit slow to get rid of it. Gary Hocking, he puts it wide in a hurry. Comes to Shane Hamilton. Off the left boot. Good distance into the breeze. Yates, no mark. To the front. Comes here to Forsman, first gamer. Trapped inside the line by Izard. He puts it out. Good pressure by Forsman. Comes back to Paul Couch at half forward. 87 to 86, the Bombers in front. Under 6 minutes remaining. A kick by Couch. Brownless! What a mark! Well, Billy Brownless has found his aerial ability in this last quarter after taking just 1 mark for the day to three-quarter time.
The emergency umpire is on the ground too, talking with Johnston and Tony Melakillis, who have been at it for about the last minute.
Straight kick here by Brownless will put the Cats back in front. Of the Bombers.
Great mark by Bill Brownless. And now showing plenty of heart too. So the challenge back again to decide on top of the table, the Bombers. Still plenty of time. Essendon favoured by the breeze, and I suppose if you're a betting man, you'd still like their chances from here. But it seemed they'd kicked away. Got over a goal clear, but Geelong will not be denied. 92 plays 87. Stoneham has rucked his heart out. Madden wins this one, though. Taken by Couch. A hand pass gained about 10 metres, and now Bruns to the roar of the crowd. Walsh goes back, takes the timely mark. Essendon need to think about this side of the ground. Walsh does. It's the attacking side. In fact, he kicks back towards the middle. Long did well. Got it down to the advantage of Watson. This is Buick. Runs through the middle. Bacon goal square. How will the ball run? It continues to run on towards Werner. He can make nothing of it. Sterrett gets back there and forces a behind. So the margin is 3 points. Or is it 4? Some conflict with the scoreboards here. 4 points. We'll take that as official. Gary Hocking has it. Yes, 88 plays 92 as Hocking goes in short to Poole. Poole at left half back.
His kick up to centre wing. Brownless and Walsh. Walsh 18 possessions at centre half back. Couch. Geelong starting to win some tough balls around the pack. Awkward here for Yates. Oh, did it stay in? No, it went out. It's gone out. Yates knew it. His kick for goal missed anyway. It'll come back for a throw in about 40 metres out from goal. Importantly for the Cats, with 3 minutes 50 left on the clock, it's on their forward line. Well, who would have thought it when Essendon kicked 5 goals straight? Geelong hadn't kicked a goal at the left-hand end for the entire game, but they've kicked the last 2 goals for the match. Stoneham at the back. Bransberg got nobody to go backwards to, so they go forward. Buick. Buick to centre wing. Watson shakes off Rogers. Steve Hocking there. Back to Poole. Good gather at fingertips. Up to centre half forward. Oh, charging at it was Shane Hamilton. The two Hamiltons fight for it. Shane and Paul come up with a dead heat.
Great stuff now. Geelong by 4 points. Just over 3 minutes remaining. Forsman slaps it out wide. Essendon's Hamilton gets back, gathers it. Threads his way through the oncoming traffic. Back towards midfield. Poole, who's been a star. Sweeping hand pass. Bruns has it. Kicks inside the 50. Geelong have got the run on at the present time. Daniher's in front and will get the free kick. Terry Daniher to take this one. The clock is running down. Daniher, attacking side. What a good kick. Into the path of Thompson, but he got a shocking bounce. Stoneham was held without it. Well, the bounce of the ball going against the Bombers there. Almost the perfect kick. Just a half stride too long. And now Stoneham sends it back in. Knocked away by Grenvold in front of Hocking. Grenvold did nicely to Johnston. Needs to kick. Does. Towards centre wing. Werner couldn't control it. Rogers could have almost got a free kick. Long knocked out of it. Werner goes in courageously. And we've got a whistle on centre wing.
2 minutes left. 4 points the difference. The Cats in front. They're going at it as hard as they started the match. Thompson, great hand pass to O'Donnell. A mighty kick by Gary O'Donnell. Madden, one hand to it. Neil Daniher pulled off it. A toe to the ball by Izzard. No free kick to Daniher. Neil is back there. Goes for the boundary line. Clever kick by Neil. A youngster in his second game. And the ball up will take place with a minute and a half remaining. Geelong 92, Essendon 88. Bombers a chance here though. Neil Daniher, boot to ball, kick smothered. Malakellis dragged down. Snap by Buick to the goal square.
Oh! Watson!
Jimmy Watson, the champ, has come up with the goods.
What a great mark. It was a 2-on-1 situation for Essendon, but still the mark had to be taken, and take it he did.
Watson, who earlier had a defensive role on Ablett, puts the Bombers in front.
Well, spare a thought for the Cats. They've been superb. And maybe now, with just 45 seconds remaining, they're going to go under. But it took something like that sort of mark from Watson to sink them. That's how good they've been today, if in fact they're to be sunk. Tim Watson, that really hurt him. But it may be enough for the 4 points. The clock is frozen at 46. And Essendon lead by 2 in an absolute clinker.
Well, it hurt Timmy Watson, but I think it might hurt Geelong even more.
So Geelong need to get it out of this centre and move it quickly. Not easy to control the ball into this breeze. Salmon, big punch away. The clock is down to 40 seconds now. Long over the ball. Anderson trying to assist him. Spiro Malakellis left without it. Anderson upended. Sterrett flopped in there. Players exchanging punches just off the action and still going on with it. Meantime, we've got a ball up and the clock continues to run. Well, you've got to feel some sympathy for Geelong. A team of youngsters, and gee, they've been marvellous today against the league leaders. It's been a sorry season for the Cats, but they found something today. A lot of Geelong pride. But we're down to 2 seconds. It's going to be all over. There's the siren. Essendon have won it. They stay at the top of the table. They win 94-92. And a sense of relief, certainly. They're overjoyed. But gee, they had to fight for it.
One of those games where it is sad to see a loser. It was, however, the Cats. The final scoreline, Essendon 13-16-94, of which Madden kicked 3 and Werner also contributed 3. Geelong 14-8-92 and